Most of your life you've been looking for an absolute answer. Either I'm absolutely a man, or I'm absolutely a woman, or I'm absolutely non-binary, or I'm absolutely consciousness, or I'm absolutely not, or I'm absolutely a separate self, or I'm absolutely a body, or I'm absolutely a mind, or I'm absolutely non-duality, or I'm absolutely not non-duality, or I'm absolutely duality. Everything that we've been looking for, whether it's been through our material search or our spiritual search, we've been trying to find one consistent answer to live by. And the problem with this consistent stressing of trying to find one absolute, we lose ourselves, because we cannot live in one absolute. We are everything. And some spiritual people may say, but you're not everything, because everything doesn't exist. There are no things. There is only consciousness, there is only being, there's only infinity. And and even though that's true, why do we still experience a world? Why do we still speak to people? Why do we still piss, shit, fart and fuck, to put it very, very bluntly? And the reason that we still do all these things is because they're equally real. And that's the paradox. The paradox is we're not just here to be one thing, we're here to be all things. We're here to be absolutely everything. So we can't give a lack of credence to the other realities that we live by, such as the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the wife, the husband, the father, the mother. All these roles, they're here to be lived fully, freely, abundantly. And they're not here to be dismissed. They're not here to be dismissed with our spiritual knowledge, our spiritual understanding that says there is nothing happening. Like, just think, for example, do you find it fun and enjoyable for someone to have a conversation with you and to just tell you that there's no conversation happening and that there's no point in the conversation from that level? Because why would you, what would be the point in engaging in a conversation that isn't happening, you see? What's the point? Just don't speak to anyone. And they'll say, well, no, they're just arisings and things like that. It's just an arising, it just happens, there's nothing there, no one happening it. Then it's just spiritual nonsense to me, quite frankly. It doesn't make any sense. And I know exactly what they mean, and I'm not just being naive. They are appropriating an understanding that doesn't need to be appropriated that far. Ultimately, if we live in such a way, we're just living in a halfway stage. We're living in this absolute stage that bears no love, no compassion, no empathy, no intelligence in my eyes. I don't see how it can bring any intelligence into that. So what tends to happen is the equivalent of, like, if we're watching a movie and we're getting super indulged into the movie and we forget ourselves, and all of a sudden we believe that we're the main character in the movie, and we suffer when he suffers, we laugh when he laughs, and we start to become the movie character, and then we end up suffering. It's necessary to take a step towards recognizing the screen on which the movie plays. You see, is to recognize, oh, I'm not actually the movie character, I'm the one watching the movie. But then we don't just go, oh, wait, there's not really a movie there. It's just colours on a screen. It's just red, blue and green flickering in and out. There's no meaning, there's no relevance, it's not important. It means nothing. It's just, there's no point in watching the movie anymore. It's just colours moving on a screen. There's no one making them happen. It's just colours, and there's just nothing going on, and nothing's really happening, and no one's really watching it. It's just appearances and arisings, and it's a shame to see that, to still see it that way. Seeing that is only relevant to end the suffering of our experience, because ultimately we are the choosing of our experience. We are the one that's creating it. We are pure creativity, and it's both uncreated and created at the same time. It's both manifest and unmanifest at the same time. It's both existent and non-existent at the same time. And the colours on the screen that make the shapes are equally real, and the shapes they make are real. They have a reality. They're equally real. We can't deny that. We can't deny the experience of the movie. To deny the experience of the movie is to create another absolute. I'm absolutely this colour. I'm absolutely not duality. I'm absolutely non-duality. It's just more separation. It's absolute ridiculousness to me. True freedom is when we are beyond the absolutes. We're beyond needing a definitive answer. People think they need to be connected with nature. I need to be connected with the tree. Then they need to see that it's necessary that there is no tree to be connected with. It's not like we, the body mind, is going to be connected to a tree and nature. We're all the same being. However, then it's necessary to separate this and distinguish a new reality which has a separate tree. And now I can be a separate body, mind and a tree, and we can be connected, you see? Because it's not under an illusory spell, it's not under an illusion anymore. So when we're experiencing our life, it's necessary to come to this stage of absolute freedom where there's so much freedom that we don't need to worry about all these what's the accurate truth for this? What is the intelligent way of seeing this absolute nature of reality, and I need to see it this way at all times? Be a human being. Just be a human being. Just make that your priority. On an ultimate level, this is where we end up. This is what we're experiencing. We're experiencing pillows and beds and trees and cars and people and tears and laughter, and this is where it all ends up. So why not live out where it all ends up fully without denying it and looking for another absolute? We are all things, and that is the paradox. The paradox is we are even the thought that says I'm not all things. We are the thought that says I want to see it as all things and not as nothing. We are all the concepts, everything. It's all the same thing. So why deny that? The challenge is to be freed from that. Awakening is to be completely free from that, to have no strict guidelines or borders as to what we are at any given moment, or what reality is. Reality is not looking for someone to turn it into just consciousness or just reality. It's these words fall silent. There's just no use in them anymore. We can be whatever we want to be. We don't have to fear becoming anything. We are all things, and this is where we're adapting and learning to develop that pure, spontaneous, loving creativity. This is where wisdom is developed. It's not developed in just seeing, oh, there's only consciousness, there's only absolute being, there's only God. God is what it wants to be, and it clearly wants to be a lot of things. So why do we want to try and avoid that? I have a free community. I share meditations and guidance on this every single week. If you'd like to join, the link is in the description. Have a beautiful day, guys. Take care.